And tonight, in the future of everything from weather and natural disaster monitoring to policy advising and clerical automation, artificial intelligence is quietly reshaping how governments operate. But while most countries are keeping AI behind the scenes, one nation just gave it a seat at the table.
So we got an AI minister, wait, like a human minister for AI in your country, right? No, like an actual AI as a minister.
Our AI overlords are here right now, and they're in Albania.
She's going to be in charge of public procurement and trying to stamp out corruption.
It doesn't have an ego. It makes fewer mistakes. It doesn't take a salary.
That's the future we're living in? A minister clanker? Hey, don't you dare say that. That's our minister you're talking about.
And Gerrit De Vynck joins us now, tech reporter for The Washington Post. So, Gerrit, what exactly does this AI minister do, and what sort of decisions ultimately are we expecting it to make?
I mean, that's a good question. So Albania, they have announced that they now have this AI minister who will be in charge of procurement. So, this is something in a lot of countries, including Albania, has been, a place where corruption has happened when governments spend money. Sometimes the deal goes to someone who might have, a cousin, a brother in the government. And so the government said, if we just put an AI in charge of all that, we won't have that kind of corruption anymore. But, it's unclear exactly how this is going to work. I don't think that this AI is, in charge of the public treasury, going to be actually signing the checks. So I do think that, corruption could still be a problem here, regardless of the AI branding around it.
So in terms of how this would work, right, and there's the potential that some of this is maybe, I don't know if gimmick is the right word, but maybe there is a messaging effort here as well. That often is the case in politics, right? But in theory, if this were to be really moving forward in a serious fashion and something were to go wrong, who would be responsible? Is there going to be a person who actually oversees this and or is working day to day on how it deals with input?
Yeah, I mean, I would hope that people of Albania would hold their human politicians responsible for anything that goes wrong. I do think there's a really interesting question here, which is, can we use technology more and more in government to kind of make things go faster and to be more fair? And people have been making this argument for a long time that if you sort of set up technical systems that can evaluate things that, maybe are transparent, that are sort of arm's length from actual people doing that evaluation, doing that decision making, then that kind of, holds out this hope of, maybe a more technocratic, fair form of government. But of course, the devil is sort of in the details. And I don't necessarily think either that the technology is there yet. You can't take even the most advanced AI model that we have right now and say, hey, go, make this complicated decision for an entire country. You can say you want to do it, but the technology is not quite there yet. And so people still need to be involved in making the final decision and kind of tweaking the AI. And of course, that's where you have, human error, human bias, et cetera, et cetera.
It is fascinating stuff, and certainly something a lot of us will be watching. Gerrit De Vynck, Washington Post tech reporter, thank you so much. We appreciate it.
We thank you for watching. And remember, stay updated on breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or watch live on our YouTube channel.